Hello, hello, friends. Welcome to another Java and Journeys with Jillian. How are you? And happy holidays. I am at Disney Springs right now. Gideon's has some fun holiday cookies. I'm going to go check those out and just walk around and show you all what Disney Springs looks like the weekend of Christmas. It is quite busy, as you can imagine, but I'm super excited to just be out and about. It's much cooler here in Florida, so you'll see a lot of people, quote unquote, bundled up, which I know for those of you all that live in the Northeast or any other place that's prone to snow, you're going to think that it's laughable. I think right now it's around like 50 degrees, which for Florida, that's frigid. I am enjoying this weather and the fact that I can actually wear a crew neck sweater without burning up. So with that being said, come along this journey with me as we go to Gideon's and perhaps get some Java, maybe from Joffrey's or somewhere else in Disney Springs. So you'll see some of the decor here. And like I said, it is quite busy, but it is a beautiful day. It's clear, it's not raining, which is always to me a joy. And I am loving this cooler weather. I am not at all a hot and humid weather girly, and I could deal with the heat if it wasn't for the humidity. But you know, when you're in the South, humidity is bad, especially in the state of Florida. The winter, though, is quite lovely. So if you were to ask me what is the best time of year to come to Florida, I would say if you could swing it, come in the winter, come after the holiday season. So I would say like January, February, or let's just say if you're thinking about like before the new year rings in, I would say probably like November, well before the Thanksgiving holiday. If you could swing that, that is truly the best time to come, because otherwise you're going to deal with, it's always crowded, it's always busy here, but it's just even busier, of course, because everyone's out hanging out with their family. We also recently went to the Mickey Christmas party for the first time. So if you haven't caught that video, I would highly recommend watching that. That was such a treat. And I've actually been amazed at how I've enjoyed like the Halloween party, the Christmas party, because I just thought maybe it'd be too childish. It would be, you know, a lot of fun. But I have been pleasantly surprised with the fireworks shows, the entertainment, and even some of the treats that they provide, especially the Christmas party. I've tried one of the cookies, the peppermint cookie, which is like a white sugar cookie that has like the peppermint icing, and it was quite delicious. We're passing by Amorette, so I'm trying to decide if I want to go to Joffrey's or Amorette's for coffee. I may go to Amorette's, but we'll see. I'm going to check out, walk over toward the Joffrey's area and just see what's going on there. But it's been a while since I've been in Amorette's, and I'd be kind of interested in seeing what kind of treats. But before we get into all that, let's be crazy and bold and walk into the world of Disney. Thank you. So you can see the decorations are quite beautiful. And I'll tell you all right now, I was really hoping to do a bit more filming when they turned everything over from Halloween to Christmas, but it was just really difficult for me to get all of that because I spent a lot of time traveling for work. As many of you all know, this is not my full-time job, at least not yet. That would be great if one day that could happen, but for now, this is a part-time thing for me, so it's really hard for me to capture these moments when I have business travel and other things come up in the way. But, you know, better late than never, right? So while we're here, I'll continue to show you all what it looks like. A lot of their Christmas stuff has completely like cleared out. A lot of you all know that I've been on this quest to find this it's like a Mickey ornament light, but it's big enough to fit on the table. And I'm really bummed that those sold out quite quickly, and I thought I would have plenty of time to kind of mull on it and think about where it would go and if I wanted it before buying it. So I'm gonna have to just try to catch that next year, which is all good. I will also show you all like how I have my home decorated for Christmas, so I'm quite pleased with it. And really it was just like a mad scramble because I've been gone for part of the month of December, but now I'm back. I'm here with the jump off, and let me show you all again some of the decorations, which look, again, it's just always beautiful how they have things set up and decorated here. at the World of Disney around the holidays, so I'm going to miss it when we get through the season. I am totally going to miss like having a holiday to look forward to. My guess is that they'll do some decor for Valentine's Day, but this will be like my first time experiencing, well, I've been in Orlando now for a little over a year. I don't recall coming over here at all during Valentine's Day, but I'm going to assume that they will do something beautiful for Valentine's Day, and I just don't know if it's going to be to the magnitude, of course, of what we see for Halloween or what we see for Christmas. So let's see what is left over. Of course, they have these tote bags. A lot of this stuff you could maybe even find online, but you'll see here that it has just been quite cleared out. So I do have this bowl at home, and I think it is so cute. And I just use this to put some candy in treats. Admittedly, a lot of the candy that I had left over from Halloween because I had so much of it. But I think it's quite beautiful. And again, look online because some of this stuff is completely on sale. And you know that we try to save our coins, right? Like where we can. So I think this Mickey wreath is actually very cute and simple, but I think you can do a lot with this, especially if you go to like Target or Hobby Lobby or Joann or Michael's, and you can actually zhuzh this up quite a bit, but it gives you a solid blank slate to start from. And here's a Santa Mickey statue. I've actually not seen this before, so it's quite cute. We have some ornaments over here across the way. These have been quite popular, and I thought about getting one, but I am not a big red color person. Red is one of my least favorite colors. Even around the holidays, I don't love a ton of red. I always like balancing out my reds with greens and gold. This though feels quite soft, and I've been going back and forth, and you kind of see the Mickey detail in it. I've gone back and forth whether I want to get this as well, just because of how soft it is. And I also think that these ears are quite beautiful. But when it comes to like my Disney merch, I have so much of it, of course, living in Florida and previously living in California, where we spent a lot of time in Disneyland. And it's getting to a place where I'm starting to question the amount of stuff that I have. Because, you know, like waste is a thing. I try to recycle my clothing, especially at H&M, like once it's truly worn. But I just want to be careful with having too much to where it's a bit overpowering, and to where like it's like, girl, are you that obsessed with Disney that all the things you wear are Disney or Disney adjacent? But it's just a way of life when you live in Orlando. Unless you are someone that's very like anti-Disney, or even I would say anti-Universal, although Disney's branding is very different than Universal's branding, you may say, hey, you know, like, I don't want to look like a walking like corporate advertisement, but like some of this stuff is just so cute and so well done, especially Disney, their marketing team. I would love the opportunity to talk to someone from their marketing team and how they come up with these collaborations and these designs, because some of them are, a lot of it, not some, a lot of it is just so cute. For example, the collaboration with Starbucks, and you all know I love my Starbucks tumblers. These are beautiful, but I already have like Disney Starbucks tumblers that are holiday themed, that are shades of reds and greens, so I'm just skipping on this, although I would love if they would have sold the topper, which you see the snowflake, and they would have sold that separately for a reasonable amount. I would have considered getting that to add with my tumblers. Also, check out that they have the 2024 merchandise, a lot of it on sale, 50% off. I am not the biggest fan of the colors and the design of this one after I was just talking about the marketing team, but you know, to each his own, because someone else may really love this. It's just the colors are a bit too loud, but I appreciate the retro look of this, especially it feels some of it like very 90s, and being a child of the 80s, I was born in 86. I deeply, deeply like love kind of like the shout out to that decade, that era. I miss the 80s and 90s. That I feel like, especially as a kid growing up at that time, Nickelodeon, to me there was a lot of things that were at its peak around that time, and it's just not the same. So I embrace my millennial spirit with everything, and I own the fact that I am through and through a millennial, and I am so proud of that, because I'm like, you all don't know any like Gen Z, Gen Alpha. Like, you all are growing up in a time of like technology, but you do not know what it is like to not have to deal with social media and certain things that just like, to me, have overtaken what it's like to grow up without all of that and have a bit more privacy and things like that. I have such a tremendous fondness for social media, right? Obviously, like being able to do this kind of work and how social media keeps us connected. But there's also a lot of things I don't like about social media. But I appreciate growing up in a time where that wasn't a thing that we had to worry about. And also just things felt a bit more simpler, right? I miss it. And so I love the fact that Disney will have like these retro designs. And some of it for me could be hit or miss, but it still doesn't take away from the fact that I think the Disney marketing team has to be some of the top-notch team when it comes to their designs and how they create things and keep things fresh and different, right, year upon year. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and head on out and go over to Gideon's, and hopefully we'll be able to get in. The last time we tried to go to Gideon's, and I wanted to take you all with me to get a couple of their holiday cake slices. They had a virtual queue, which I should have known because it was like a Saturday evening, and I thought, oh, we'll just go over to Gideon's. Like, I was just prepared for it to be a long line, but sis, forget the line. It was like virtual queue already full, and this was like a few hours before Disney Spring closed, and we just could not get in, though we tried even to come back later after getting dinner and thinking like, well, maybe we'll be able to like sneak in, because at that point after dinner, it was like an hour before close when we tried it again, and they were just like, nope, so sorry, like we're not allowing anyone else into the virtual queue. So that's just something to know in case you ever come here, especially during a busy time of the year, that a lot of places in Disney will not have any kind of like, I mean, you could walk up and get on the virtual queue, but you need to plan early, right? So if you're basing your trip around a very specific location or certain experiences, plan ahead, especially if you're from out of town, book that stuff ahead. Don't get into a position where if you're waiting in the last minute, it ends up impacting the quality of your trip, right? Because you're not able to have that experience that you wanted, because some of the places that you wanted to see or visit are not, you know, taking in walk-in. So it's always best to make your reservations ahead of time, call ahead if you're unsure, and I think really, really make sure to plan ahead if you're coming during the holiday season. All right, so we have made our way over to Gideon's, and the line on the weekend is never quite this short, and it looks like there is a virtual queue. So let's see if we can actually get on the list, or will we be disappointed? Let's see. I don't think I see them turning anyone away, but like I said, we'll see how lucky we are. Okay, so the virtual queue wait list right now is about 3 hours and 40 minutes. Girl, I don't know. I don't know. We went ahead and put our names on the list anyway. We may go get something to eat. 3.5 hours is a bit of a long time for Christmas cookies. I'm sure they're delicious, but we may be passing on them. We put our names on the queue just in case, because there could be some folks that are doing the exact same thing we're doing and they may drop out. So we're just going to see where we're at after, if we end up getting something to eat, and I'll let you all know what ends up happening. All right, so we are going to make our way over to either Summer House on the Lake or Wolfgang Puck and just see what the wait times are like, if we're able to just do a walk up, or if we need to like put our names on one wait list, compare it with the other. We'll see what happens. But if the wait times are super crazy for those restaurants, we may just end up trying to do something that feels a bit more quick service And again, grab some coffee, because why not have Java? And look at the view here on our walk. It is just absolutely beautiful. And again, to me, this is like the ideal summer day for me. If it were summer, I would love for it to get this cool. And then I could probably see myself being in Florida a bit more longer term if the weather was like this for an extended period of time, especially for parts of the summer. All right, we're coming up on Summer House on the Lake. We'll see if they can take us. And if not, then we will just head over to Wolfgang Puck and try our luck there. And this is, you know, what it's like. We love to do things on the fly here at Java and Journeys. And just, you know, see what happens along the way. Hey, we may be lucky. She just asked us to check in at the hostess station. And what's also great about Summer House on the Lake is that they have this awesome cookie bar, which is why you see this line over here of people who are getting their cookies. So we may check that out after eating here. So I have a spicy chicken kale salad. This looks so good. And I love grilled chicken, so hopefully this doesn't taste too dry. I've had a salad here before. It was like their Cobb salad, and that was absolutely delicious. And I want to say that I had either with steak or salmon. And then also, my sister has this spaghetti here, which we've already taken a couple bites of, and it is really good. It has great flavor, the tomato sauce tastes very fresh. Doesn't taste like it's from a can or anything like that, which I would not expect that from Summer House on the Lake. It just tastes very bright and flavorful. So we're going to tuck in, and I'll let you all know what I think about the salad. Okay, we are approaching the Ganachery. And there's a little bit of a line, but it doesn't look too crazy. So I think we're gonna check it out, because I've never been in the Ganachery, but I've heard some good things. So let's see. And here's the inside of the Ganachery from a distance. And I thought that this line was a bit longer, but I think that's crowd enjoying their chocolate right outside the shop. So this line is very easy to get through. Here we see the staff hard at work. This s'more on a stick looks so divine. I cannot wait to try it. And then you also see these chocolate ornaments that look so adorable. It's a great homage to the lamp that I was not able to get. But those look absolutely beautiful. It's almost like you don't even want to eat it, but it is an ornament piñata, so it is filled with dark chocolate covered peppermint marshmallows. You break it open and you have a sweet treat on the inside of peppermint. Here that they have the chocolate Mickey gingerbread, but I think this would not shock me if it's the same type of gingerbread that they had at the Grand Floridian. And then you see here all the chocolates. So at the Ganachery, my sister got the hot chocolate, which looks really tasty, but just to warn you, so this is the size of it. It's pretty small, and it is $5.75. So we'll see how it tastes. And then also, they have this flavor card, which is pretty awesome. So you can look up and see what kind of chocolates they have ahead of time. I also ordered a s'more, so I'm just waiting in the Ganachery for that to be made, and these look like they're going to be so good. I also did get the gingerbread toffee, and I cannot wait to try that out. The hot chocolate, y'all, is bomb. Now, it is a small cup. I want to say it was probably like 6 ounces of hot chocolate for $5.75, but that hot chocolate was probably one of the best hot chocolates I've ever had, because it's made with a ganache, and it was just so silky and smooth, but not overly sweet. And the whipped cream was very fresh, right? We're not talking about, and I do love Cool Whip, but this isn't like some store-bought something. Like, you can tell They made their own whipped cream, and it had like these little chocolate pearls on top of the hot chocolate that was just like divine. So I highly recommend, 10 out of 10. We have our s'mores, but we're gonna actually wait and try those at home because it is so cold out here and very crowded that I just wanna kind of, you know, enjoy it in front of my faux fireplace and while I'm watching a movie. So hopefully if I can remember, I'll try to like put a comment by the time I have this edited if I was able to try it or not and if it was good or not. Otherwise, hopefully I will catch you all up on how this, but I'm definitely looking forward to going back to the Ganachery and trying some of their other chocolates that they had on their list. And now that I have it, I'll know like what I want to get when I walk in there. So right now, what is Java and Journeys without our Java? So we're going to walk over to Amorette's and grab a coffee. If the line's not too crazy, if the line is crazy, maybe we'll backtrack and go over to Joffrey's. But I'm looking forward to seeing what Amorette's looks like and what kind of like Christmassy treats we may stumble upon. And look how beautiful the world of Disney looks right now in the evening. Absolutely gorgeous. And as you all know, Amorette's is located directly across from the world of Disney. To my right from the direction I'm walking in. So if you ever want to try out Amorette's, just think next to World of Disney. That's like the great place marker for this. Let's go inside. All right, so I don't see a lot of decorations, but we are here for the treats. So it's all good. Hopefully we have some interesting seasonal flavors going on. Okay, and some good news, friends, while we have been waiting in line, is that our queue has been called up at Gideon, so it didn't take 3 hours and 40 minutes. I would say more like 2 hours, more or less. So this is exciting. I cannot wait to see what they have going on at Gideon's, but we are still going to stay in line for Amorette's. I'm planning on getting my coffee, and then we're going to check out and see what kind of baked goods they have. So what's great about Amorette's is that they have sandwiches. If let's just say you want something that's more filling, then of course the sweets and baked goods. And here they have a Christmas snickerdoodle cookie croissant that looks really delicious. They also have a gingerbread Mickey cookie. And then here are some more treats. All right, friends, I have my latte and I have my treats for Amorette's. I ended up getting their winter Christmas macaron and as well as the Yule log, because I've actually never had a Yule log, and I'm like, why not try a mini one and see how we like it? So I cannot wait to try these treats. Again, probably just gonna try them when I get home. But for now, we're going to celebrate because our virtual queue number was actually called up at Gideon's. I'm super excited about that because I was like, please God, do not have us waiting here for 3 hours and 40 minutes. Like that sounds insane. But I think a combination of the colder weather, and, you know, folks will put their name in, like this is what we did. We're like, we'll just put our name in and see what happens. And so I'm not shocked that maybe you have some who have dropped out, especially when you've been at the park all day, you're exhausted, you're tired, and you don't want to wait over 3 hours for dessert, essentially. Even though Gideon's is really good, there's not a lot of things that I would wait over 3 hours for. Maybe the closest thing to that is meeting Miss Beyonce Knowles Carter in person. And if that was like a near 4 hour wait, okay. But other than that, something adjacent to that, not waiting over 4 hours. So I'm super excited that that was not our case and that we're able to go over to Gideon's and try out this Christmas cookie that they have right now, and the cake that I was telling you all about the last time that we wanted to get, but we weren't able to because, you know, we didn't know that they had a virtual queue going on. They actually have that right now. It's just available on Saturdays and Wednesday. Wednesday is going to be Christmas Day. So, of course, today's the last day then to get it. So I'm looking forward to just seeing how this looks and how good it is. And we have some performances going on over there. But we are going to continue on, and we also see the balloon out. I don't know if tonight is the night that I would be on the balloon. It's so cold and breezy here. So if you are going to do a balloon on a night like this in Florida, get bundled up. But I'm sure it's absolutely beautiful to just see the lights and everything at night from the balloon. So here is the December card, and of course we have our Marshmallow Man. And when you flip it over to the back, it tells you all the treats they have for December. So the specialty that they have right now, of course, is the Christmas cookie, and then the cake is called the Kris Kringle. Is that right, Whitney? Or the Kris Kringle and Krampus. The Kris Kringle and Krampus. So I am looking forward to seeing what these look like on the inside. But that's essentially what the cart looks like for the month of December. Also, I want to note that what is not featured on the December menu is this special sugar cookie that we are looking forward to getting that has like a special filling on the inside. So that one they actually posted online. So if you join, I want to say like maybe their Facebook group, if you subscribe to Gideon, you'll get a chance to learn about when they have exclusives and certain things that may only post online. Also, I wanted to note that my latte from Amorettes is not that great. Like, I wish it was better. I mean, it's fine. I'm going to drink it. But I don't know if they switched out the coffee beans, because I feel like the first time I went to Amorette's, my latte was better than this one. This one's not that great. Like, maybe it's the roast. I'm sure it's the type of coffee beans that they're using. Again, I like a dark roast. That's my preference. This one tastes like, the coffee bean just tastes a lot lighter than what I would want. It's definitely espresso. It's not drip coffee, but yeah, it's just okay. So I think based upon this, what I would probably recommend is that if you want a good cup of coffee, maybe go to one of the restaurants. And I'm feeling a little bit pressed. I want to say Summer House on the Lake has espresso beverages, which I have not tried. I almost thought about it, but I wanted to kind of wait it out and see. But what they did have at Amorette's that I heard was good is their hot chocolate, gingerbread hot chocolate beverage for the holiday season. And I almost thought about getting it, but I just had some of my sister's hot chocolate after we left the Ganachery. And honestly, I just feel like nothing's going to top that. So I didn't want to kind of ruin that hot chocolate experience. And also because I just had a little bit of that hot chocolate, I'm not really craving any more hot chocolate right now, but that's one of those that hopefully the next time, if I come back out within the next week to Disney Springs, if they still have it post the Christmas holiday, I'll try it and I'll let you all know how it is. All right, we're going in. Thank you so much.
I love your glasses.
Thank you. All right. And you all know what's up when we're at Gideon's. I do like that they have a lot of the red lighting overcasting the space. And with Gideon's, the look doesn't change too much, which is what I think makes it fantastic. Total Tim Burton vibes, Nightmare Before Christmas vibes. I will say I wish that it did a little more of that, but Gideon's is not owned by Disney. So it's its own unique entity that always has like the perfect, weird, creepy Tim Burton aesthetic. All right, Heifas, get into this. So we have our Kris Kringle cookie and our Krampus cookie, which we're gonna get one of each of those just to try them. And then here is the limited edition sugar cookie that has the vanilla frosting inside. My sister is actually going to get that one, so I'm looking forward to trying these. And of course, the rest are the usuals in terms of the original chocolate chip, as well as the cookie here on the end, which is the dark coffee cake. And then you could see here the cake, and they also have the Kris Kringle and Krampus cake. The Krampus cake is a red velvet. And then the Kris Kringle here is the vanilla bean cake. Cannot wait to try these. My sister's going to get one of the slices. I'm going to get the Krampus, and she's going to get the Kris Kringle. This looks absolutely delicious. All right, friends, as you can see, we have our Gideons here. I have my Amorettes and a lot of delicious treats that I'm looking forward to trying. And with the temperatures being as cold as they are, I'm going to go ahead and head out. But I wanted to thank you so much for indulging me on this very delicious journey. You know I'm not going to eat all these treats at one time. Luckily, I have my mom in town. I have my co-producer. I have my sister. So these treats will definitely be shared and enjoyed over the next week or so. And if I can freeze something and hopefully make it last a little bit longer, I will. But with that being said, again, I am hoping that you all have a great holiday season. Have fun, spend some time with your friends, family, even dedicate some me time because that's always important. I cannot wait to take you all on the next delicious journey. With that being said, I'll catch you on the next one, and also give yourself a Christmas treat, a Christmas present by liking, subscribing. That way you can get alerted when my next video comes up. And don't forget to share, right? Sharing is caring. I cannot wait for you to join me on the next journey. Happy holidays. See you later.